Namaste, Jai Bharat. Sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. It's a kind of dialogue that we had been hearing right from childhood. Sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. All of us must have heard it over and over again, right from perhaps childhood. But then I don't think that we have understood, or anyone has really understood the message behind that expression that truth is stranger than fiction. Right now, we have a classical example of this saying that truth is stranger than fiction. Look at Bangladesh. I'm just picking up that. Look at that. Bangladesh had been a country that had been making steady progress and democratic nation. Whatever may be the internal political differences, which is nothing unusual, which has any democracy. There could be kinds of things, and there could be interference from agencies like deep state or things like this. These things are there. But then look at Bangladesh. What happened is suddenly, very suddenly, things become strange. That's the truth is stranger than fiction. Things become strange. Suddenly, a group of students they go anarchic. Anarchy is the word. Anarchy is the word. Lawlessness. Anyone would do anything what they feel like. There's no one to stop them. They go on a rampage, and then suddenly there are internal movements. It's a government. It's a nation with a prime minister and a president and an army and police force. Everything is there. But then the prime minister, elected prime minister, had to flee. Had to flee means before someone else catches and kills her, had to flee. And look at this goondas and these lawless creatures, the masters of anarchy. The masters of anarchy must be those people sitting behind them to make them do all these things. What kind of rampage? You look at the behavior of those people. There are many videos available, video clippings are there. Look at what all things they have done. They've gone into the residence of Prime Minister and to this nasty, debased extent of picking up the undergarments of a lady and exhibiting it. I don't know. I wonder what kind of pleasure they draw from these kind of things. Then suddenly a person gets evolved. He materializes as the so-called authority. They gave a name to this man as advisor. Advising whom? Stones and pebbles, trees and garbage. Yeah, he advises this kind of garbage, and then he takes over. He apparently runs the government. But then, as we understand, by and large, it's a kind of radical Islam activities, and these radical Islam activities are facilitated by agencies from without, especially the deep state. Obviously, deep state. There are many things. We don't have real proofs for this kind of things, but then we understand things. And what we understand genuinely, there's no harm in speaking about it. We are not spreading, but speaking about it, which has become evident of late. It is getting demonstrated. I'm not here to prove such things. Then this man is sitting there for 6 months, doing nothing practically. I don't know what exactly he's doing. And this man apparently has a shattered family. We in Bharat have a concept of Kutumba family, which is the fundamental things for us, and that really integrates a nation from the integrated families. That's a concept goes. That's how our concept goes. Now, then the Prime Minister, who is still the Prime Minister, she has not resigned, had to move, and she is in Bharat. Where she is, I don't know. We need not to know. Where she is. Somewhere in Bharat she is there, maybe in the deep south. Who knows? She is there, and then look at the audacity of this Bangladesh regime. They wanted her back for what? To stuff her and exhibit. They do that. They do such things. You look at what they had been doing. They've demolished the father of nations, so to say, Mujibur Rahman, his statue, then the very residence in which he was living. What do they think? What are they doing? What kind of animals are these people? I'm sure they're not humans. Real animal kinds of behavior. Animal, worse than animal. Animals should be ashamed of looking at these kinds of things. And then now, of course, recently the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina says, look, this is a bolder statement I heard over a week. I'm coming back. I'm coming back to set things in order. Such a bold statement it is. She's in exile. I'm coming back to get the things in order. And I don't know how she says that, what infrastructure she has with her. Most likely, the moment she lands, the infrastructure will change. And things should function for her, at least for the sake of peace, for the sake of the people of Bangladesh. This should happen. It's very interesting that when I was young, I was just a lecturer in a good college, actually, it used to be. Which far it is some kind of, not very interior, but still. Then we were given quarters. And they sent 2 plumbers for some plumbing work in the college. Then I could speak Bengali reasonably well. These 2 boys came. Then I asked them, "Oh, you're Bengalis?" I thought I'll speak to them in Bangla. Then they said, "No, we are not Bengalis. I'm Muslim. We are not Bengalis, we are Muslims." So they make a distinction between Bengali and Muslim. Then I tried to explain to him. I was young and also basically teacher. I tried to explain to them, look, I'm not asking you religion. I call you Bengali because you speak that language as your mother tongue. That's the one is called as a Bengali, means the one who speaks Bengali mother tongue. Then he says, no. He continued, these 2 boys continued saying that we are Muslims, we are not Bengalis. That means Bengalis are Hindus. I didn't understand it then. I was thinking what kind of people they are. How do they understand? They're too much of into. Then I thought they're too much into religion, so they would not want any other identity. Or maybe because majority of them Bengalis are Hindus, so I didn't understand the kind of psychology that worked behind it. But then today it's correct. These Bangladeshis are not Bengalis. Because as we understand Bengalis are a society which they have distinct culture, very serious literature, and they have a tradition, they have culture, and these people don't call even themselves Bengalis. So how can you call it as Bangladesh? The name was wrongly given. For vast majority of, if the majority of Bangladesh is of this kind, this animal kind of people, then there's no point in calling them as Bangladesh. Call them as, like some of the YouTubers in Bharat call them as Kangladesh. Kangal ho gaya to Kangladesh. But she is going back. Hopefully, Sheikh Hasina, if she goes and makes Bengalis, they have that. Nazrul Islam is a poet who is truly in the tradition of Bengali tradition. You people made a mess of religion, mess of language, mess of society, mess of everything. Some people, and they are in for anarchy because they love anarchy. They don't want a law. They're basically indisciplined characters, so they don't want any law and order. They want everything. They want everything to happen as they wish. For themselves, not for others. That's interesting. It's all for themselves, not for others. They would like to do anything, and all the rules and laws, everything should be for others, not for me. This is an average attitude of such anarchic champions. Hopefully this lady would go back to her nation and set things in order in time, and I don't think it will take more time. Let's offer all the best for the people of Bangladesh, the common human beings of Bangladesh, especially the Hindus who have been taken for a rigorous rite. So we shall meet again with some other thought. Till then, Namaste, Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.